Imagine waking up every single day feeling totally aligned in your life and your core values as a man. The honest truth is most men are not living that way. They feel stuck, they feel unsuccessful, they feel uncomfortable in their own skin, they're not confident. If you want to break free from that cycle, you need to focus on these 4 pillars. I know it's a big promise, but if you master these 4, you will gain the confidence, the drive, and the desire to be the person and the man that you've always wanted to be. My name is Patrick Kenny, and over the last 3 years, I've helped my family grow our commercial woodworking company from $3 to $7 million in sales. I'm also a self-taught real estate investor with 4 properties under my belt at this point. I've done all of this as a college dropout while balancing life between being a husband, a father, and a marathon runner. On this channel, I am here to share everything that I learned to help men like yourself maximize their potential and live a fully fulfilled life. For pillar number 1, let's start with the foundation of everything in your life. Imagine something that not only strengthens your body, but also strengthens your mind. This is a practice that requires pushing through challenges, building resilience, and developing self-discipline that you can then carry over to all the other aspects of your life. You realize that this practice is helping you set goals, reach goals, stay disciplined, and stay on the path towards achieving those goals and those targets. This is where you're able to discover your limits and then break through them to new heights. As I'm sure at this point, you totally understand where I'm going with this. Our first pillar is fitness. Yes, you get healthy. Yes, you get strong. Yes, you get in shape, but it's what it does for your brain and what it does for your ability to pursue hard things when nobody's making you do them. You're putting yourself in a position to go out of your way to do hard things. You're going out of your way to make yourself uncomfortable, to be in pain. And you're deciding to do that over and over and over again. And by doing such things, you're able to build up a belief in yourself, a confidence in yourself that whatever life throws at me, I know that I will be okay. I can maintain my path towards whatever I set my mind out to achieve, no matter what gets in my way, because I've done it before. I have the reps and I have shown up over and over and over again. This carries over to every single aspect of your life. Now for pillar number 2, I want to talk about something that is very personal and near and dear to my heart because I attribute this to a large portion of why I am the way that I am, why I've achieved what I've achieved, and why I will continue to achieve what I set my mind out to achieve. And I truly believe that. And I think so much of it is because of this next pillar. Think about the ability to be able to teach yourself anything, to be able to accomplish anything as long as you get the information that is required to do it, that you are not like anybody else or that you are like everybody else, meaning that you can achieve what anybody else can achieve as long as you have the information and you're willing to teach yourself the information, the strategies, teach yourself how to grow into the type of person that can set out to achieve the things that you want to achieve, whatever that may be. And that brings us to pillar number 2, which is personal growth, the ability to teach yourself anything to get to where you want to go is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself and should break a limiting belief that somehow you are being held back by your lack of information, because the information is out there. You just have to be willing to put in the daily time to teach yourself whatever it is you need to teach yourself to get to wherever that you want to go. Now, this is more than just starting to listen to podcasts and starting to listen to audiobooks and starting to read books. While those are the tactical things that make up developing yourself and teaching yourself things, in large part, it is about developing the mindset that every single day you are going to show up and you're going to try to get 1% better. It's not about moving a mountain every single day. It's not about getting 50% better every day. It's about getting 0.5% better, 1% better. And you continue to stack that up over a lifetime and you become a fucking beast. And I can attest to this because I'm not the same person that I was 5 years ago. I'm not the same person that I was 3 years ago. And I'm sure shit not the same person I was 10 years ago. And I can attribute almost all of that to investing in myself. Now, I alluded to this, earlier, but this is very personal to me because of personal development and because of discovering different books and different videos and different audiobooks. It helped me expand my mind and break a lot of limiting beliefs around kind of what was out there and what was possible, and that you don't need to be on a traditional path and that you can veer off from that path. And not only you can still be successful, but in a lot of cases be drastically more successful if you take this path. And that's what led me to feeling confident enough to drop out of college and go into working for my family business. And now you will notice as we continue to build through these pillars that they all build on one another. So you go through our first two pillars, fitness and then personal growth. You get fit and that builds a mindset. It switches gears. Now you're healthier. You're building a discipline. You're building a mindset. And then you carry that over physically and mentally into investing into yourself via self-education and personal development, personal growth. And now for the third pillar, very similar. It's a third building block. Imagine that you have all of the resources that you need to do whatever that you want to do, but more importantly, take care of the people that need to be taken care of in your life, whether that's your wife, that's your son, that's your daughter, that's your sister, that's your brother, that's your mother, making sure that you are in a position to be able to take care of them and to be able to do the things that you want to do in your life. And every single thing comes at a price in this world. Nothing is free. Unfortunately or fortunately, the person with the most resources typically wins because we live in a capitalistic society. And whether or not you like that or you think that that's corrupt and that's wrong, it is the way the world works and is the way the world has worked for a very long time. And if you cannot wrap your brain around that and you cannot get to a place in your head where you accept that that's the reality, you will have a very hard time succeeding and living a fulfilling life. You need resources. Those resources that I am referring to is, yes, money. And that brings us to the third pillar, which is wealth creation. Without it, you cannot do the things that you want to do. You will be living in a scarcity mindset. You will be constantly in a fight or flight mindset. And that's unfortunate because in that mindset, when you're living like that, you cannot focus on the things that you want to focus on. You cannot take care of the people that you want to take care of. And additionally, you are continued to be stressed. And the more that you are stressed, the more that it weighs on you physically and it weighs on your relationships, causes you to be reactionary or not in a good spirit and good headspace naturally. Similar to fitness, we apply these same principles to personal finance and building your wealth. Very similar. And if you can master fitness and the discipline that it requires to excel at fitness consistently, you can also master your own personal finance, which will build on the wealth creation aspect and will allow you to be free of the concerns that so many people have, which is, can I provide for myself and can I provide for my family? Segueing well into our next pillar. This is about being a leader, a role model, and this is about building a legacy, because in this fourth and final pillar, why I believe in this so truly to my core, this is one of the only true ways to build a legacy. Now, so many people talk about financially, you want to build all of this wealth, you can pass that along, yada, 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 whatever. I mean, that is relatively worthless in my opinion. And it's also relatively worthless to be very famous in that nobody gives a shit days after you die. In this fourth pillar, the way to truly build legacy is by being a father. I say that because what you're passing on to your kids is all of the things that we're discussing here. It's all the things that you're going to build over the course of your life, all of the lessons that you've learned. You're able to pass that on to them and you're able to give back to humanity well beyond after you are dead. And that's through your children. They can go out there, they can be incredible members of society, they can uplift society, they could be the next Elon Musk, they could be the next whoever influential person that has changed the world, they could be that person, or they could be somebody who's just a really good fucking person. And that holds so much value. That's a legacy that's worth building. That's why fatherhood means so much and is so fulfilling. I cannot stress that enough, how important and how fulfilling it is to be a father and what role that plays in your own legacy and in giving back to the world and giving back to society. In my opinion, these four pillars are the absolutely critical. These four pillars are the framework. They're called pillars for a reason. They are the foundation of you building a very fulfilling, happy, and successful life. And if you can master these four, you will absolutely be on the, let alone not master, just start doing them. I know first you got to find, fatherhood's first you got to find a spouse, right? And marry her and have a kid. But in all seriousness, if you can take these four seriously and you start with fitness and move into personal development and into your own, wealth creation and personal finance journey, and then that sets you up to be able to be in a great relationship and to be able to be a father and to build that legacy and to give back to your family and society. Those are the steps. I believe wholeheartedly that is, in my opinion, how you breed a very successful and very fulfilling life. If you want a great way to start on that journey for building a successful life and building a fulfilling life, a large portion of that is starting with personal development, which you can do simultaneously, obviously, with building your fitness and discipline there. If you want to jump into personal development or self-education, you can check out this video right here, which is a video I did last week on the book. Is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. I review a few of the key points there. So check that out. You want to get started on your journey. And besides that, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.